Hello, my darlings. Take two. Welcome to BizCamp session 4. Very excited today. We are going to be talking about money, the gorgeous, delicious, amazing energy of money. Very, very important in your business, of course, and lots of questions that we have received so far in this BizCamp series are around money. So let me bring the gorgeous Katie on and then we will get going. And then we will get started. So make sure you have a pen and paper, get really comfortable. This is going to be a juicy session today. And yeah, then as usual at the end, we will... Hello!
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I made it.
It was my fault, so we're all sorted. Right, so yes, so just say today's session is all about money. If you haven't watched yesterday's BizCamp session 3, do watch it, because this week, yesterday, today, tomorrow and Thursday, all about taking delicious action, like scrummy, universal and spirit guided action in your business, because we want you to start really feeling all these universal energies bringing expansion and success into your businesses this week and beyond. And we are doing these mini sessions ahead of our Limitless in Business course, which starts on Monday. Got another person saying they're signing up this morning, so do leap into that if you are feeling called to. What we're going to cover today is really juicy and exciting, and there is so much more that will come in the full academy as well. So yesterday we got you really looking at what it is that you love about your business. You know, when you've been happiest in your business, what is it that you love? When you look forward to like running your dream day in your business, what is it that you love? And bringing those things in that you love in back into your days now. And so the last 24 hours, we're inviting you to just be back in that magic of your business, because there's no point doing your business at all if you're not feeling scrummy around it, because it's always going to feel hard. And when people are struggling with bringing in the money that they want, or the clients they want, or the expansion that they want, it's not about going out and pushing harder. It's about stepping back, feeding your soul, letting universe and spirit do all the heavy lifting for you. Kate and I have built huge businesses in ways that most coaches don't teach, and this is what we want to share with you. So we would love to hear from you. What is it, if you watched the session yesterday, that you have been doing over the last 24 hours to bring that magic back? Because this week is all about taking action. We are lovingly encouraging you not to just think, oh, I'll do that next week. This is about moving now. Universe and spirit want to play with you now and help you expand now. So we'd love to hear anything that you've been doing over the last 24 hours. Katie and I ourselves have had lots of fun actually at a celebrity event last night, and then staying up really late speaking to each other in the hotel. So we've been having lots of fun. So yes, so signing up was the best thing we ever did. Do it. Oh, thanks, Candice. Oh, thank you, darling. So we've got lots of you tuning in. So yeah, do share. And if you haven't done the soul work from yesterday, share what you are going to do. Like, what are you going to do to bring the magic back in over the next 24 hours? Because this is about leaping and moving and playing. So do share below. And just while we're waiting for any comments to come through, do you have anything you want to add, Katie?
Yeah, so obviously when you're doing what you love and what you're passionate about, and you want to serve and you want to give whatever product service it is that's within you that you're offering, it's incredible and it's a privilege, and it really is amazing to be doing that all the time, and to know that you're also looked after from a higher source and within yourself, with spirit and the universe combined. But like last night, myself and Sarah had like a pinch me moment. So we were standing in front of a banner, we were having our pictures taken, paparazzi and things. And I was just saying to her, this is crazy, isn't it? This is just like crazy. But we were just so happy. And I was like, how lucky are we that we get to go and do these things and meet some amazing people and some very, very funny people and have the best time ever, and then get to come back to a hotel and sit there and chat to each other. It's just incredible. We felt so, so lucky. And she's like, can you believe this is our life? And I was like, no, I really can't. It's crazy. And then walking through this train station, picking up a magazine that I was in, and I was like, oh my God, I'm in the station, I'm buying a magazine I'm in. It was all very surreal and very great. but also it's got to feel good to you. So that's my idea of a great business module for me. Sarah has a different business module that's great for her. So it's really finding what feels good to you. You shouldn't feel that you have to go into a certain area. It's finding what really feels exciting, what really lifts you up. Some people, that would be the worst thing in the world, going to a party with cameras. They'd be like, I don't want that for my business. And you so don't need to do that. You need to do what's right for you. And that's where so many people get lost along the way, trying to almost conform to what they feel they should be doing. And that's where you lose the sense of love for your business and passion for your business. Right, let's have a look at these comments. Oh, Candice is saying goose pimples for you both. Thank you, Candice, darling. And Jen said she's had so much clarity since feeling into my happiest time in my biz. Amazing. I think I'll be doing a lot more group and in-person stuff. There you go. And sometimes it's to stop and just look before we take the next move. Always like stop and just go with what feels good, rather than just keep moving out of fear or panic or rushing, because that's never the right way to run your business, because you're not enjoying yourself then. Okay.
Amazing.
Right.
Well done, Jen.
Yeah, well done, Jem. I'm proud of you. So what I'm going to do today is talk to you all about money. Money, because money is such a bugbearer for most people with their businesses. They can have a misconception that they need to have a massive cash injection to even get started, that they need to have a website done, they need to have leaflets, they need to have staff, they need full support. There's so many reasons why they can't get started in this moment right now. So you've got this passion and you've got something that's amazing going on with you at the moment, and maybe you're at a level where you've got so far and then you feel like you need a massive cash injection to get yourself to the next level that you want to get to. Well, when we think of it like that, so when we're ready to leap and when we're ready to go on to the next level, we're already working our passions, we're already happy, the business is going well. That is when we think that we need to have a massive injection to progress onto the next level. I always sit there and think to myself, well, why am I thinking like that? What is it that I need that cash massive injection for? And whenever you reach these obstacles or feel like you're hitting these blocks, I always ask myself as well, and I want you to ask yourselves, what is it that's stopping you getting to that next level? Is it a fancy website? Is it that you feel your branding has to be done? Because are you telling yourself that if you don't have the right branding, you don't have the most expensive website, that you can't get to that next level? Is that what you're telling yourself? Are you feeling that you can't up your prices, or you can't charge a bracket that feels good to you because you don't have anything in the background that backs that up with? Well, it's spirit and the universe are here to tell you something again that's most different to most coaches and most business mentors. And this is why we are different. This is why we have had success. That is not a fancy website, and branding is amazing if it feels good to you. If it feels like, yes, I can't wait to do it, I'm so in the position, it's all come easily, it's been there for me, and I'm just going to do it. This feels wonderful. And if it's all happened in that way and the opportunities have come to you, and the opportunity, the finances there for you, everything's there for you, and it feels good, it feels easy, and there's no panic about it, and you're doing it because it's the natural next step. You're not investing or thinking, where am I going to get all this money from? Oh gosh, I need this, and I can't do that course until I've got this website done, and I can't go out and seek my ideal clients until I've got my branding on point. If you're thinking like that, you're preventing yourself getting from the next level. And that's not the way. You're forcing the process. You're trying to get something to happen, and you're putting up resistance towards it, spirit and the universe coming to help you. You don't need all that to be successful. You don't. And you don't need all that to get to the next level. You just need you. So if it is a case that you feel you need to up level in some way, how could you do that? That feels good for you, that feels cost effective to you, that isn't going to hemorrhage your bank. There's lots and lots of other ways. You don't have to just think in one direction. I want you to, if you're in that situation now, I want you to stop and have a look around you. Always take a look around you and take 5, because there's always another way. There's always another avenue. There's always an easier way for you to do things. So for example, I'm just going to give you one pie in the sky here. So for example, I thought that I needed to invest a lot of money into PR to enable me to be seen in the right area in the right way. And everyone kept saying to me, you need PR, you need to pay an agent, you need this, that, and the other. I was like, it just doesn't feel right to me. It feels forced. It feels like unnatural. It feels like I'm having to go out and seek these opportunities. And that just didn't sit well with me. And I thought, well, maybe I do need to do that, but I don't feel like I do. I don't know. And when I didn't do that, I thought, no, I'm going to make the decision. I'm not going to do that. And I did have a little bit of fear. I'm going to be honest with you. I had a little bit of fear and thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss all these opportunities. I'm going to miss my progression. I'm going to miss this chance to be seen the right way. But what I did do was think, well, Spirit said to me, why don't you contact XYZ? Why don't you do this? So I reached out to certain people because Spirit had guided me to do so, and the opportunities were there. And the people that I reached out to were like, oh, it's so unusual. We're just about to feature something along those lines. Would you like to be in it? And I got put in these opportunities where I could be seen for free. And then on the back of that, PR agents came to me, and that's the way it works. And then I don't pay for them. You know, there's ways around it. You don't have to think one way. There's always a way around things. It's just taking the time to stop and just recognizing when you're moving out of alignment and when you're moving in alignment. So remember, it should always feel really good to you. You shouldn't be doing something out of fear. You shouldn't be doing it thinking, well, if I just spend that, then I'll definitely get it back. Oh gosh, I've got palpitations. It shouldn't be like that. It should feel really good. And if you hand over a large sum of money because that feels good to you, and you know that it actually, I'm handing it over, but I'm surrendering, it's going to be amazing, I'm going to get this back tenfold, then that's a different energy. That's completely different. But you can find another way. I can tell you now, you can find another way with whatever that next step is without having to hemorrhage money. Okay, and it shouldn't be hard, it shouldn't be that difficult. So if anyone's got anything at the moment that they feel that they are coming across that and they are saying that I need to invest this to in order to get me to this level, if you can comment below, we can give you some advice and see if we can help you with that at all. But I'd also just like to add that sometimes these things can be delaying tactics as well. Sometimes we can be so scared about getting to that next level that we actually use the fact that we can't do it until we've got XYZ as an excuse to hold us back. And then we feel comfortable with that because we're like, wow, we've justified why we're not going to get to the next level. So just be aware of that and work out what's going on with you and work out if there's something a little bit deeper with that, or whether it is actually the fact that you do feel that you need to invest. Okay, so really tune into that, because if you're delaying your own success, why are you doing that? What are the reasons behind that? That needs to be addressed, because you'll only be able to get so far in your business. And if you're happy with where you are at that time, then great. But if not, then you won't be able to get to that next level until you've dealt with those issues that are at hand. Okay, so it's really important, guys, and something I feel very passionate about, and Sarah does. We are never going to be the type of people to invest lots of money to get where you need to go to.
And I think what Katie's just said about being aware of whether these things are actually an egoic thing and they're actually, you're procrastinating around them and they're slowing you down. Like, I launched my business with no website, no branding, none of that stuff. Like, I was sort of doing them all as an afterthought as the business was evolving. So, and even then, like when I started, it was all really cheap. Like, Katie and I have built big businesses basically without hemorrhaging loads of money. And that is always the way we will encourage you to do it, but also follow your inner guidance. But we highly suspect your inner guidance is not going to say you have to, for example, build a funnel before you can kind of bring in the big income in your business. That's just a limiting belief. Money can come from all avenues into your business if you stay open and you follow universal and spirit guidance. So, okay. Cool. Okay, so Angela has just commented, Katie, saying, thanks, Katie, I'm going to open a group up. I was thinking like that myself. I'm just going to do it. Brilliant. Yay, that is your soul work for the next 24 hours.
Amazing, Angela. Get that group going and get people in there and get talking about your passion, demonstrations on your work, and just let people see you. And, you know, at first with the group, if you feel a bit like, you know, a bit scared to be in there, just have people that you feel really supported by, people that you really love. And then when you go in, you'll feel really confident, and then that confidence will grow. And then you can add in and slowly build yourself upwards, so you don't throw yourself into the spotlight and panic too much. Okay.
Amazing.
Definitely.
Cool. Okay, another part of money that is really important is how you are pricing your services, how you're pricing yourself. So there is so much to be said around that as well. Okay, so many people come to Katie and I, and a lot of people are undercharging and still struggling to sell even though their prices are low. Okay. And so from an energetic point of view, from a universal and spiritual point of view, money is infinite. There's like, you know, you can never exhaust it. It's a continual, massive, universal supply. You just need to know how to turn it on and tap into it. Okay. It's just an energy form. And the first thing Kate and I really are passionate about when it comes to money in your business is that you have to align with your pricing. And one place that so many people go wrong is they create their pricing based on what they think people will pay. And it, you know, they'll do like market research and all of that stuff. Now remember, Kate and I have catapulted our businesses really fast because we're not doing these traditional things. We're just working with energy and spirit and universal guidance. Okay. So one thing we would love for you to do today is actually look at your pricing. And this is how Kate and I do our pricing. Okay. And this is how we coach all of our clients to do it as well. It's not about thinking, what is my ideal client and how much are they likely to pay? It's about what money figure turns you on, what rings your bells. And it's got to be a price that stretches you a little bit, is what I always say, but in an exciting way. Not so much that you can't get your energy behind it at all. You need to be able to believe, you know, stretch yourself, but know it is worth the service you are giving. But it does need to stretch you a little bit. Otherwise, if you are charging prices that are too low, if you're not selling them, it's because you're not aligned with them, because deep down there's a mismatch in your alignment to that price. Because I never sell anything now that I think is too cheap, because I know I just won't sell it because it doesn't excite me. And I have really learned, and Kate is the same through doing this work, that actually the more you charge, the more you serve people, because they really, really, like, when they invest in your service, whatever that may be, they take it really seriously, especially from a coaching perspective. If you're offering something that's just like £100, the likelihood is someone's going to buy that and not actually use it. And never ever give away anything, you know, like courses and things for free. I made that mistake very early on in my business. In the first month, I gave my first money course to a couple of people as a gift, and they never used the content. So actually get the energy, you know, get your energy behind the fact that the more you charge, actually the more you serve that person. And I know the difference between a client that pays £100 and a client that pays 5,000. The ones that pay the high end prices are literally hanging on to every word I say, doing all of the soul work and getting amazing results. So go away and look at your prices, and also know that this is all just energy. Everything you put out into the universe will reflect back to you. Don't start thinking, where are you going to get clients as well? Just know that if a price that you were charging for something really excites you, that the universe is going to match that. Universe and spirit will guide you and bring those clients to you. You don't have to go out and hunt for clients either. And remember, there's clients at every single price point. So a story I love is that I once had a client who said no to a £500 course, but yes to a £10,000 course. When someone really wants to work with you and your energy is aligned behind your price point, you're going to get clients moving mountains to work with you and coming out of nowhere. Like whenever Katie and I launch stuff individually and together, we have clients come out of nowhere that we didn't even know followed our work. And it's because our energy is always aligned. Now, look at your prices. This is part of your soul work over the next 24 hours. Look at your prices. It may be some of you are charging too high and you can't get your energy behind it. So in that case, lower it down a bit to the point where it feels exciting but comfortable, not totally out of your reach. But look at your pricing and make the shift in the next 24 hours. Shift your pricing. And it doesn't matter actually the amount that you're charging. You know, I think, you know, I've had clients like half the prices of their work because it feels more aligned to them, and then they sell loads and loads of those courses. Yeah. And then I've had clients increase their prices because that feels better to them, and actually they secure like a lower number of clients, which is actually what they want, because they want to work more part-time, but they still have a delicious income flow. So feel in to what feels good to you, and there's not a real science behind it. We're not teaching strategy and real kind of deep logic and assessment. We're telling you to tune into your energy. So when you think about a price for your service, play with the numbers. You may sort of start playing with them and think, no, that's too low, that's too low, actually that feels a bit too high, that feels good, I can get my energy behind that, it's stretching me a bit but it excites me, and if I solve that I would feel really delicious. Always come back to that delicious energy. Ditch where are you going to get your clients from, ditch what you think clients will pay. I've sort of just given you one example of how that doesn't mean anything. It's always about your alignment to your prices. So if you are not selling your services, there's different areas of money, vibration and mindset to look at, but one really important part is, are your prices feeling aligned to you? Do you want to eat them? Always think, do you want to eat the price point that you're selling? Really, really important. So we would love for you to just go away and look at that over the next 24 hours and take action on it. Don't just think about it, take action on it, and watch how fast the universe and spirit move and bring everything towards you when you make the decision. And actually, someone here is saying inspired reduction, saying this month of the breakthrough I started receiving program prices via my dreams. Amazing. So Joanne says, actually, I have so much contrast around pricing. I don't want to price myself out of people's reach, but I know I need to make a living. So Joanne, don't think about pricing yourself out of people's reach. That's egoic, that's limiting thoughts. What price sets your soul on fire? Get out of your head and feel into your body. This is what Katie and I will take you through in the academy as well. Like, really feel into what feels good to you, because that's universe and spirit guiding you. I've just sort of given you an example of someone that said no to a £500 program and then invested in a £10,000 program. Like, unless you're choosing prices that make your heart sing, you're not going to attract the clients, which is sort of what's going on here. You're a little bit too much thinking you don't want to price yourself out of people's reach, but you need to make a living. There's a lot of thinking, heavier energy around that. Actually, what price makes your heart sing? If you were to sell something, one of your offerings this afternoon, what price point would make your heart sing? And really feel into that. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Katie, darling?
Yeah, just also don't look at people around you. That's a common mistake that people do. They look at other people and they think, well, I'm not sure what price to charge, so I'm going to go and have a look at someone who's been doing it for 3-4 years, and I'll go and copy their price and see if that feels good, and then maybe I'll do myself in a mid-range. Again, you're not really feeling into exactly what it is that feels good to you. You're actually almost pricing yourself out of fear that you won't have clients, fear that you will be seen as, well, who does she think she is or he is for charging that amount. So just stop with all of that. Stop looking around you. Stop looking at other people and just think really in tune. And when I'm trying to come to a figure, because sometimes it doesn't always come very clear, and we will go into it in the academy how you can really fine tune. But just a quick exercise, if you're watching right now and you're struggling, you want to answer like ASAP, all you need to do is just write down what it actually is that you serve people with. So what is the transformation that you give these people? So what is it they will feel at the end of buying your product, service, course, whatever it is that you're actually passionate about? What will that person feel? So write it all out and see, and then actually think to yourself, have a read through it and go, okay, so this is what they're going to get. And then look at what you were thinking of that first comes to mind, that price, and just see whether the two actually mirror each other. Because I think when you actually look at your time, your investment, your years of training, maybe your passion coming through, what you feel you deserve, the transformation it gives people, how they feel when they wear, buy, or whatever it is that you offer, that then decides really, or gives you an opening as to go, well, actually, no, that feels really good. That price feels good. And when I look at this, this is amazing. That they're going to feel so amazing with this. So yeah, I'm going to charge at this. And sometimes when you've made a decision, and I know there's people that have had inspired reductions on here, and don't ever be scared to do that, guys. So if you've got something at the moment that's not currently selling and you're feeling a little bit like, oh, I've priced it too much, oh, but if I reduce it now, it'll look like nobody actually wants to sign up, or nobody wants to buy it, or oh gosh, it doesn't. Once you let go of that it actually ends up being the right thing. Sometimes it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that you price it maybe out of reach, and then you actually realize that you're having a reduction. It's like you're ever growing, ever learning, ever evolving. You're never going to have all the answers in business all the time, and it's okay to make misaligned decisions. It doesn't mean that anything awful has happened, or people are going to think you're not successful, you're not doing very well. It's having the courage within you to listen to that guidance and listen to the spiritual signs, follow them, and do what's inspired. And by doing that, you realign yourself and you reopen everything around you energetically to have the right clients coming through to you. So often the worries and fears that you have about your business are not the worries and fears or even thoughts that cross any of your customers' minds. Okay, so never feel that way at all. So always remember, what's right for your business is right for everybody else, or right for your ideal clients that you'll attract. So when you stop trying to attract that mass market and worry about everybody else, you just start with worrying about you, because you're aligned and you're showing up as your best self. Your clients are going to have the best version of you. Your product, your service, whatever it is that you do, will be the best version for them. So you will be just amazing what you do and giving them the best service possible. And that's why something I always think of, and again, you're all going to think I'm bonkers, but there's handbags, for example. I love handbags. You know, what woman doesn't? But you have your Louis Vuitton range and you have a Primark range. They're all handbags. There's different handbags for every price bracket. In between that, you've got high street brands, you've got higher end brands like Ted Baker, and you've got June. Obviously, I shop too much, but you've got all these levels of bags. So if you think about your business in a concept of something that you can relate to in that sense, there's always something for everyone and the right people at the right price bracket. Okay, so try and sit in that concept rather than trying to have Louis Vuitton that try and produce a bag range for £10 and then a bag range for £1,000. You know, there's a massive gap there. There is. So just realign yourself with the right people for you and the right price bracket for who you want to serve. What is it you want? What feels good to you? Does it feel good to work with a certain type? Does it feel good to work with a niche? What is it that you really feel in line with? Where can you see your growth and vision? Lots of laughing emojis. I know, I'm hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's a great analogy. And I often think of it and I think, yeah, that works. That makes sense. So just have a look at it there, but don't ever be scared to realign yourself with your pricing at any point, okay? Because that's just you growing and evolving as a business. I just want to make that clear. So if it's not working for you and it feels good to change it, do it. And don't let anything tell you any different. Let's have a look at these comments. Yes, I always feel I'm not charging enough for my angel painting and healing. Some do not want to pay the prices. Okay, so Angela, if they don't want to pay the prices, they're not your ideal clients. They're not the people for you. And if you feel that you're not charging enough, up it. It doesn't matter. Like somebody was saying, but if you haven't sold it at that price and then you up it, isn't that a bit weird? And it's like, no, because it's aligned. It's not a bit weird. It's not moving from a place of panic. It's like, and I've actually done that. We've done that. And I've done it with one of my courses. I did one and I was like, I don't like that. It's actually too cheap. And then I upped it and I actually ended up with 5 more people than I had before. So it's finding the right people for you. Sorry, Sarah. What did you?
I was just going to say, when you say that you have people that say no to your prices, I have that all the time. But I want people that are ready to leap and create extraordinary change in their life. And that is who my inner being and spirit and universe want me to serve. It's the same with Katie. We're not here to serve every single person on the planet. We're here to serve our dream soul client matches, each and every one of us. So, you know, I have people say my prices are too expensive, and that's fine. We're not the right match. You know, other people would say my prices aren't expensive enough. That's fine. We're not the right match. All I know is my energy behind my prices makes my heart sing. I want to eat it, and therefore I attract my dream soul clients. And that's the kind of the easy way around of doing it. So don't feel like you're the only person that has people say they can't afford their prices. That's just business. But that is kind of like a cleansing process and a filtering process for your dream soul clients. So see it as that and kind of appreciate it for that. I just want to quickly just look at Joanne's comment as well, and then we've got a couple more bits, then we'll go into the questions. But just Joanne's comment's quite interesting as well. I tend to look at people I know who I would love to help and know they couldn't afford it, but they couldn't afford anything. One interesting thing I've learned, Joanne, is, well, lots of things really. As your business grows, like Katie and mine has, you can start supporting charities like Katie and I do. So you can always give back in that way. But the other thing is, when you are offering prices or even stuff for free, you are actually allowing people to stay small. And I just want you to kind of just bear that in mind. You know, it comes, like, all of this just comes from love. But Katie and I want people to step up and leap into the best version of themselves and do incredible things with our courses. We want people to step into the big versions of themselves. That's what we want our clients to have. And so when you bring your prices down to try and help people, what you're actually doing, although the intention behind it is great and lovely and loving, you're actually allowing them to stay small. You're not allowing them to step into the big versions of themselves. So just bear that in mind, because I know the clients Katie and I work with, we're so proud of them always, because they're like stepping in to the big quantum leap versions of themselves. So I passionately believe you shouldn't come down to meet someone. You should bring someone up to you. That's when you're really powerful with your services and you really create life shifting impact on people in their lives as well. So just kind of play with that energy. It is something that might take a little while sort of just to get comfortable with, but I can promise you, when you start charging higher prices, you will see the difference in your clients and the experiences they're getting, and then you will like totally know that is like where you want to be, that is the right fit for you. And there are still so many ways you can give back. Like Katie and I do all these lives all of the time. We're doing different lives in our groups and giving free content and stuff, so you can always offer the free, but with your paid for services, make sure you are being paid what you're worth, because that's also when you show up and do your best work as well, my darling. So just wanted to answer that one, because it is, oh wow, such a powerful idea. Thank you. You're welcome, darling. But it's so true. You can cover all bases, but your paid for services, for you to show up as the best version of you, for your clients to show up as the best versions of them, go higher rather than come down to meet them. Definitely. So I had to answer that one. Cool. I think, yeah, got lots of questions coming through now. So right, so the first part of the soul work is go away, look at your prices. Do they make your heart sing? Do you want to eat them? If not, play around with what does, whether it's going up or down, and then make the change. Do it in the next 24 hours. This isn't just about thinking about stuff. This is doing it so we get the universal energies flowing to you and through you. And as soon as you make these changes, the universe is going to flip. Spirit is going to start flipping and everything's going to start moving towards you faster. And then Katie has another little bit of soul work for you to do as well. Obviously, in the full academy, there's lots of different aspects around money, but these two are really juicy things for you to go away and look at over the next 24 hours. So over to you, Katie, darling.
Thank you, darling. So when you're looking at pricing, and as you've all started to comment here, it can start bringing up some weird and wonderful limiting beliefs and things that we tell ourselves. And Spirit in the universe are so receptive to money. That Spirit are hilarious. They're just like, it's not such a big thing to them. Like literally, you can't take it with you. There's no hiding from that. You can't. And they don't see it as such a big thing that we as humans do. And if you are receptively open to receiving money, which we'll go into a lot more in the academy because there's so much to it. If you are receptively more open and we can open up those channels with you, then you will start to receive and uncover all these weird and wonderful things that you think about money. It's very, very strange what some people, you know, have, and then they don't even realize they're carrying around with them, and then to release that is incredible. And Sarah calls it in Law of Attraction like money leaks, so where we find your money leaks and we work on those and get them really addressed. And then, you know, going forward, as those things crop up again, because they'll never fully disappear from your life, you'll know how to lean into the universe and how to lean into spirit to really help you combat that, so you continue to grow and prosper as you want to and as feels good for you, if that's what you choose. So I want you to be aware of what the limiting beliefs are that are coming up for you. So what is it that spirit and the universe could support you with? So for example, if you are telling yourself that you do need a fancy website that maybe costs £1,000 or 2,000, and then your branding on top is going to cost you another six, and I can't, you know, start advertising until I've spent £8,000. Really look at this and think to yourself, right, okay, stop, I've written it down. How can I do a 360 on this? What if I had a website that was much lower to start with? What if I started off a little bit basic and then started to increase as the sales came in? What if I had a mediocre brand range? Maybe I could pay for a couple of things on Canva, for example, a couple of extras, and had maybe creating my own font on there. Maybe I could do that in the interim and start to slowly build up. So that way you actually feel comfortable because you've started, you've got your website, you know that you can progress with that website. Start with one that you can add things on, that you can evolve, that you haven't got to start from scratch again. Something that can grow with you as you are growing. So you feel more in line with it and you haven't put so much money out there to start with. And then you're not going into your business with fear that you might not actually get that money back again. Because when we go into a business and working with our passion that's with fear, then that's where it starts to get a little bit, that's where the leaks will start. And that's where we have to do more and more work with spirit and universe to try and cover that up. So like I was saying to you earlier, if you're in your established business and you want to get to that next level, stop with whatever the limiting belief is, look at it, write it down, address it, and then work out a full 360 on how you can actually look at it another way. Is there another way that you can do what you're trying to achieve without actually hemorrhaging all of the money into your business? And I can guarantee you there's something you've missed. Always. There's always another way. Always. So that's to go with the soul work of looking at the price and what feels really good to you. So we're now going to talk about our free gifts. We have a free gift for you all. We have. We're so excited. If you would like our free gift and you would like it sent to you, if you can just type in the comments, yes, please. And the beautiful Hendra will be contacting you and sending you the free gift over. So we want to help you as much as possible. We want you all to feel this incredible spirit universal magic that we have and that we work with on an everyday basis in every way. So this is a little taste. It's just something that we'd like to give you. So yeah, if you type yes, please, and if you're happy with what you're seeing, give us a share as well and share it with your audiences and help us reach as many people with this as possible. So yeah, you put yes, please. I can see them all coming. Yes, please. No problem. We'll get it out to you and let us know what you think of our little free tool for you. So now we're going to go through some more questions and yeah, we'll see if we can answer some for you. So let's have a look what the lovely Hendra sent me, because Facebook likes to freeze when there's too many comments coming through.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
To read them out.
So can I go to Ray? So hi Ray darling. Hi my angels. My angels, I like that. I feel I now need a website. Oh, I've been talking about websites the whole thing. To sell my products, etc. The thought makes my heart glow. At the moment I use eBay or sell directly through my Instagram. I just can't afford it at the moment, but I feel I need a more professional look. Any ideas? There you go. Okay, so first things first, you can start off with a very, very basic website. So you can have one. I think some of them are like £11. They really are very, very basic.
Wix and GoDaddy are really affordable. My website for the first year virtually was on Wix. So easy and so cheap.
And mine's still on Wix, everyone. I like it. I'm happy with it. And everyone keeps saying to me, you need to change your website and upgrade. And you need branding and you need more photos and you need this. And I'm like, it's all working for me just fine, thank you. So go with what feels good to you. Wix feels good to me. So you can go on and do that and you can have it. But if you're selling your products at the moment, I would say to you, okay, so you've got eBay and you've also got your Instagram. So which is the one that you really enjoy being on the most? Which one do you enjoy showing up on, liaising on, connecting with, networking on? Which platform really is not the most lucrative to you, but the one that you go, oh, let me just check that one first and see what the sales are today, or I'll upload to that one first. Which is the platform that you really, really love being on? And that's where I would focus your energy and really focus your energy and really be seen. So don't have the illusion that you absolutely have to have a website to be successful. You really don't. You really don't at all. I know people that run really successful businesses selling products just through Instagram alone and just through eBay alone. So you don't have to put yourself in that bracket. If it feels good for you, which you're saying it is, then go for it. But make sure you start something that feels comfortable to you. Okay, so as I was saying, Wix and GoDaddy are a really great place to get started. And I'm still with them. So there you go. You can stay with them as long as you want. Right. Okay. Do you want to go to the next one, darling? Or did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I'm being drawn to Hayley's question, so I will answer that one. Hayley says, so once you make a leap with prices, align with it and do the work behind it, how long does it usually take to manifest clients? Whoops, bear with me. Is it instant? And if it doesn't manifest straight away, is there something else that needs addressing? So I will talk to you about when I've done it. When I first really shifted my prices, I basically got the first 2 clients within the first week, and they were high-end prices. And then within 3 weeks, I had 5 in total. So it was really quick. Sometimes when you shift your prices, it's just about holding that energy for a bit. In fact, someone, I'm sure, yeah, I put a post in my group this morning and someone was saying they'd up their prices and they're just holding the energy. And that's perfect. Just hold the energy and know that dream soul client will come on that higher price once you've made that leap. And once you've got one, then you know you cracked it and you can get more. Okay, so it's just about holding the energy till that first one comes. But as long as that price point is aligned and you want to eat it, even if it feels a bit of a stretch, if you want to eat it, you can just keep feeling the energy of having that first client, like seeing that money come in your account, feel that energy and just play with it. But just hold that energy. Don't lose the faith. It will come. It could come really quickly. I have had instances in a couple of clients I'm coaching at the minute actually reduce their prices and like straight away they've sold like 5 places really quickly, but it was aligned to them. They weren't doing it because they were thinking more people would sign up. They were doing it because their soul was calling them to, and they were questioning it, and I was sort of coaching them through it. And I'm glad they listened, because now like the floodgates have opened for them. So it can be really quick. It can also be a little bit of just holding the energy for 1 or 2 weeks or so, but you should feel it quite quickly because the universe shifts really fast. And even if you don't get the money in or the sale in straight away, you're going to start seeing evidence. You're going to get more connection calls, for example, or more synchronicities. You'll see evidence that the universe and spirit are shifting for you. So that's my response for you. What do you have anything you want to add to that one, Katie?
Yeah, and just also look at where you're reaching out for those clients. So what is it that you're feeling good with? If you've done the work, so what we always say is feel into the vibe of what feels good for you, price wise, but also where do you feel the most fun with selling and finding clients? Like me and Sarah love to be live. We love to chat to you all, love to interact with you all. I don't like personally to try and promote my academies just through text. I like to talk to people. I like to answer questions, and Sarah's exactly the same. So what is it that you feel aligned with? So you've got your price all sorted, but how is it that you feel the most comfortable communicating with those ideal clients? What really feels good to you? And you think, oh, this is the best way of communicating, to speak to people about my academy course, whatever it is that you're doing. So how can you actually get them to like communicate with you? Because if you do it in that sense, if it feels good to write the text and maybe a passage, it feels good to reach them in a blog, if it feels good to do pre-recorded video to you, then it will reach those people because your energy is on point with it. So spirit guiding you to be in the right way. So listen to that. Listen to what feels good, because that is spirit in the universe trying to guide you that that's the easiest way for you. Remember, it should never be hard. We should never be questioning, but you do sometimes need to hold your energy with these things and give people a chance to see you and the momentum to build as well around you. And like spirits also say that when we get ourselves aligned with something, when we took a leap and it's like a chance, we can feel a little bit like we're aligned, but we're a little bit like, oh, a little bit scared still, even though it all feels good and you've done the work and everything. And it's almost like if you just break the seal, with one, it just opens up the energy. So as Sarah was saying, when one comes through, and we've seen this ourselves, it's happened to us. So when one comes through, then the gates open, as Sarah's clients have had, and it just flows through naturally. It really does. So just keep holding on and just think about what I've just said about where you feel the most comfortable communicating with your market, and do more of that. Remember, it should be fun. This holding the energy doesn't mean that you sit there wrapped up in a blanket going, oh, when they're coming. It's holding the energy in the most comfortable way for you, that you feel aligned. Just keep doing what you love, and love how you love to speak and communicate with your market. Do more of it. Just do more until it feels like you just can't get enough of them, and then those people will be seeing you and hearing you the best way. So I hope that helps. And who we got next? Let's have a look. Okay. So
I'm just going to quickly answer Ali's question. Sorry, Ali, they're the books you're asking, the Sarah books. Sorry, just on a comment I made yesterday. The Sarah books. So sorry, just answered that one for you.
That's all right. Okay. So Angela's put, I'm wondering, when you build a group, what would be the best way? I don't just want to add anyone either who are not my ideal clients. Do I just let the angels guide them to me? Yeah, definitely. So if I was you, I would think about who you feel spiritually aligned with. So when I first started Spirits and White Feathers, I added people that I knew were interested in spiritualism, that would be open to it, because it's pointless to focus on your numbers. It really is pointless, because you could have 4,000 people in a group, but only 1,000 of them are interactive or even interested in what you actually do. So it's completely pointless having them in the group. Don't let your ego tell you that your numbers have to be dictating what your level of success is. It doesn't matter at all. There is no difference there at all. It's having the right people that really want to hear whatever it is that you're sharing and see your services. So think about in your friends group who's actually interested in what you do, who it would benefit, who you think is the ideal client for you, and who you actually feel called to share this information with, and add them in. Even if it's just 6 people to start with, or 7 people, it doesn't matter, because if those 7 people are engaged with you, those 7 will have people that are engaged with them, that are in the same industry, will have the same similar interests, because like attracts like, and it will start to have the domino effect. So all you need to do is add a small number that you feel comfortable with, that you feel aligned to invite, that you feel good, and then serve and show up in the best way that you want to show up, and then the rest will flow. All the ideas, inspiration, how to grow that group and how to get it widened out will come to you in good time, And just a classic example of not focusing on the numbers. Facebook did a cleanse, didn't they, Sarah, last week? Right? So we had Spirits and White Feathers, I think I was close to like 4,000. And then I lost about 1,000 followers, because Facebook did a cleanse on who has not been active in so many weeks in your group, and they just removed them out of the group. And I was like, for a moment, I was like, oh my gosh, I've lost all these people. And I said to Sarah, I can't believe it. And she's like, yeah, I've lost them as well. And I was like, I can't believe they've done that. And actually, it's a really, really good thing in retrospect, because it's made no difference to my engagement. It's made no difference to my likes. And it's a real good cleansing exercise. So I actually ended up thanking Spirit and the universe for the reminder I shouldn't be focusing on numbers, because every now and again, we're human, we look at these things. But it's a massive example of how not to look at the numbers. Do not look at them, because as long as you've got the engagement, it really doesn't matter at all. Okay, it's not a popularity competition. It's a feeling good competition with yourself. And the only people you need to think about is yourself. Okay, so I hope that helps you, darling. And good luck with your group. I would love to be in it, as I'm sure Sarah would as well, because it's very in line with what we do. So feel free to add us in. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anyone you're drawn to?
Let me just have a quick look. Bear with me, guys. So I think we've just got one less. Okay, one left actually, I think. So just Lisa, last question. I'm doing free photo shoots at the minute whilst building portfolio, but I don't know when to start charging and how much to charge. So I think just start charging. You've got to start somewhere, and the longer you stay in the free energy, the more you're telling universe and spirit you want that. So definitely start charging. Stop doing stuff for free. And if anyone comes and works at Katie tonight and they're doing loads of stuff for free, it's like, you've got to stop doing that, because every time you're doing that, you're sending out the message that that's what you're choosing. And obviously we know that's not ultimately what you're choosing. So definitely stop the free stuff and start charging. I think in terms of not knowing how much to charge, that's definitely something for you to look at over the next 24 hours, like lots of other people that are watching this will be doing. So think about what price feels good to you. Don't look at what other photographers are charging. Don't even look at that. What feels good to you. When I started off my business, for the first month I offered all of my courses half price, just because it felt like I knew I was bringing good value, but also I knew that I was still sort of quite new and it felt aligned to me. So I wasn't coming down to people's prices. My prices were still quite high, but it felt aligned to me. So have a feel into what that is, and maybe this kind of half price for the first month or half price for the first couple of months feels good to you just while you're building your portfolio, because people are still going to want to leap and do that, probably if they are your dream soul clients, because they're going to see the work that you're doing is good and they're going to want to invest but be thankful for a bit of a discount, I guess. So I would start there, maybe with the half price thing. What we're in now is sort of coming up to the end of January, maybe until the end of February, you kind of charge half price and then you can up it, and then keep your prices ever expansive as well moving forward into the future. That's another thing Katie and I teach. Keep ever expansive, because as you evolve and expand, you're going to want your clients to be evolving, expanding with you, and so raising your prices as you expand is part of that process as well. So tune in to what feels good. What would make you feel really happy to receive in exchange for a photo shoot at this moment in time? This doesn't mean this has to be the price for the rest of your life. It's what feels good to you at this moment in time. And really, you should probably be reviewing your prices sort of every 3 to 6 months, potentially, depending on how quickly you're expanding yourself and how quickly you are moving. So hopefully that gives you some guidance, but it just needs to feel good to you. Don't overcomplicate it too much. Just what feels good to you, what would feel really satisfying for you to get in exchange for your services at this moment in time. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Katie?
Yeah, if they're having your price, if they're having your services at reduced rate as well, I would be asking them to share your work, and to have it
Yeah.
shared out, because as part of the service, you know, ever branding, ever expanding. So rather than paying for adverts in, you know, on internet sites or ClickFunnels or in papers, get people to be sharing. So say thank you as a discounted rate as part of the package. You also, would you be willing to share some of the images and say that I have been part of that? And obviously with photography, you have your logo or watermark below, don't you? So that will be seen with your details. So obviously, if those people are drawn to you, that's your ideal market at that time, then they're going to possibly know people also that be your ideal market. So it's a way of getting your name out there without you actually having to do any work, without you actually having to do anything additional. So it doesn't cause you any stress. It's ease, it's grace, which is what Spirit and the universe love. They don't like to complicate anything at all. So if it's hard, remember you're going to get resistance. So don't think too hard about getting your name out there. Think about the easiest way to do that. And I think that's fair, very fair. And I think people would be very willing and very happy that obviously they've had a massive discount. They'd be more than happy to shout about you as well, if they're happy with your service, which I'm sure they are. So the other thing I would say to you is also with photography, it's a very visual thing. So I would have obviously getting your pictures out there and putting them out onto the platforms that you feel most aligned to, but being frequent with it rather than just once a week or, you know, twice every 2 weeks. I would like put them on every day if possible. Again, if it feels aligned to you, but in the start of your business, I think it'd be quite lovely to have a great shot that you've taken and share it with pride and share it with love and go, look what I've done. This is great, and get that out there because it is visual. It is a visual thing with photography. And when I look at photography, this could just be me, but guys, let me know if this is you as well. I like to know, I love photography and I often see things and go, oh, that would make a great picture, and I've never got my camera. But what is the thought there? You know, it's not all about lighting, is it? I think, you know, I'm very much a soulful person. Look at something that's pretty and feel like the soul and the energy of it because of what I can do. So is there something behind the picture? Can you feel like a person's energy behind it, or what was it that drew you to take that particular shot at times? Because I know Sarah's like that as well. She likes to look at things and think, what was the purpose behind it, or what was going on behind it with the person? So maybe that's something, I don't know where that's come from, but some sort of edge for you as well. So, you
Yeah,
know, something a little bit more than just a gorgeous picture. A picture can tell the story, but it's also, I feel like, what's inside that shines through. Sorry if I've gone off on a tangent, but that feels really inspired to tell you that. So maybe talking about that might be also helpful as well.
yeah,
Um,
that
yes, yes, mine.
perfect.
I capture souls, not smiles. Okay, brilliant.
Oh, love that.
I
Love
love that.
that.
I specialise in family and newborn. Oh, incredible that you could be there as part of that journey when they've got the baby for the first time and you feel the energy of it. Beautiful, really beautiful. And I'm sure that if you can capture that energy, it's only going to bring you more and more business through, because you're doing what you love and you're obviously very, very good at what you do. So yeah, keep doing that and just make sure that people also, it also works for you as well, the price reduction in time. And don't feel nervous about increasing it when it feels good. Just try and feel really aligned with it, and just remember that you give a great service. And when you give a great service, guys, and you're showing up and you're giving people your time, your energy, you're making these transformations and you're offering something incredible, you should be rewarded for that. There's nothing wrong with being rewarded for that at all. It's a great thing, and you should be accepting and willing and say thank you and know your worth, because the more you are rewarded, the more you can show up and give more of your services, offers, products, whatever it is that you do, and more people can benefit in that way. So try and see it in that way, rather than, oh, I'm charging too much, this doesn't feel, I don't know whether I should. Just think about all of the benefits and the transformation you're giving your clients and your customers. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Did you want to do one more? Have we gone over time?
I think we covered them all, hun.
Oh, wow.
I think.
It's not like us.
Um, no, I think we have. There's just one quick question from Marianne saying, can the law of attraction determine what you're best at for a job? I think just with that, darling, I would just say just follow what feels good rather than thinking. So what feels good to you and what your passion is always going to be something that will invariably come really easily to you and will be your zone of genius. And actually, Kate and I say to people who are thinking about sort of where they start with creating a business as well, like, what is it that you love and comes easily to you? Because that is naturally going to be what it is you're supposed to be doing at this moment in time. It may not be forever, but that is going to be your universal roadmap for that moment in time. So just feel in to what feels good to you, what excites you, what comes easily to you. Don't necessarily think what are you good at. Always think about what actually sets your soul on fire, what like really lights you up from the inside that you love doing, and that's the route that you would naturally really excel at. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Katie?
No, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, definitely. And in the academy, we've got tools as well. That there's so many tools that we're going to give you. We can't even put them into words, that will help you in every aspect with dealing with any contrasts, any decisions, any fears that crop up. Because as you progress and as you evolve with these certain elements of money, there will be other ones that crop up as well, and not just with money, in other aspects of your business. And you'll be able to lean into these tools to use them and get yourselves out of how you're feeling quicker. And you'll never fully eradicate every feeling, will they, Sarah? We still go through things in our
Yeah,
businesses, and you'll never fully go through that, and it's never going to always be plain sailing in that respect. But you'll know the tools to make decisions easier, to have clarity, how to say a clear, open funnel, and it'll just be so much easier for you to drop the struggle. Just drop the struggle with the
yeah,
passion, and it will just flow magically, like it has done for us. It's just incredible. And we want this for you. We want you all to be experiencing this and bringing this into your businesses so you can excel. And it's January, it's the best time to get started with this. Get started and just really flow. Make the year easy. Remember yesterday, forget the goals, ditch that. Go with what
yeah,
inspired within you and what spirit are trying to guide you. And obviously, we've said you don't need to be an expert at this to have the results. You really don't. You just need the guidance and the tools and just need to implement them. That's all you need to do. And it's just incredible, the results. So have fun with the soul work. Let us know what's happening. We're back tomorrow at 1 p.m. So we'll be back with some more content
for more actions, to make sure you move on this action so you're caught up for tomorrow's action.
Yeah, most definitely. And let us know tomorrow what it is that maybe cropped up and what thoughts you were thinking, how you could get around it, and just we'll see tomorrow if there's anything else we can add in there and help you. You'll be sent your freebie over, so look out for that and let us know what you think of that. And we can't wait to be back with you all tomorrow. Same time, 1 o'clock, obviously with the universe and spirit permitting me to actually come on, but we will be there at some point. We will get on the lives. We're getting better, aren't we?
We are. Have an amazing next 24 hours. I'm really looking forward to all the action, all the price shifting, all the money kind of soul work that you're going to be doing. And we're looking forward to hearing all about it tomorrow for Biz Camp session number 5. Yay!
Ooh. Right, thank you everyone. Sending you all lots of love. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much love.
Mwah.
Have an amazing day. Mwah. Bye.
Love you all. Bye.